Hello out there in YouTube land, trying to make a movie, and it ain't going to be an outdoor movie unless I'm in a lot of rain gear. It's been raining. Most people know I live in mid-Maryland, about the center of it as a matter of fact, and we've just gotten rain day after day after day. We're up to almost 1.25 inches today. And that's why I went down to Jeffrey's and did that thing on the truck ladder rack that he was making down there. Anyhow, we had these pieces down here trying to come up with something to measure in these, and we put the long rod, there's a long rod, you can't see it, but it's down there, I'll show it to you in a minute, and put it through. And what I finally decided is I have to make this piece here to stabilize all these on here, okay? And then I can start to get some kind of measurement. So if you can see the machinist level here, I'll take it down in closer, but I'm so shaky I try to keep it on the stand. I got the 12-inch machinist level there and leveled this piece here. Once I leveled this piece here, then I bolted this one on. Well, I bolted this one on and this one on. I bolted two on. I didn't bolt them on. I have you can see the C-clamp here. I just clamped them on, which started getting me some reading, but they have a lip here that they sit down on here in the end, which I'll show you one of those maybe. See how they have a lip? So I had it so it sits down on this lip, but this is a cast finish, so there could be some hocus pocus on this. So I put what did I say? C-clamp on that one and this one, and got a reading. And what I did then was put the level in here like this. This is the long level. Then there's a short, yeah, it's on there. I'll take it down there in a minute, and put that on there to see how close it was. Well, it was pretty close, and this one was pretty close, so I started doing that. And I'm going to take you out of the thing so you can kind of see where we're at, so I can finally get a reading that's a little more consistent. Now, I'm off I don't know whether, I'm off of one line. So one line means I'm off 5/1000ths of an inch and 12 inches. And this is about 2 foot, I guess. I don't know what it is. So I'm off 10/1000ths of an inch. That's within tolerance for this thing. You know, that's really close, because these holes here have a lot of slop. Now this one here, if you can pick up on it, like I said, in the camera I can't see it. That's almost dead nut on. And that's with this a little bit tight. So I'm pretty pleased with that. So then I took and I'm gonna undo this. I'm gonna undo this. I watch what I'm doing, and then the camera isn't watching what I'm doing. Take that out. Put that in here. Tighten that down, just hand tight so it doesn't go anywhere. Set the little machinist level on here. This is a little one. Somebody asked me, you know, it's hard. These have V's in them, so it gets in there pretty. That's still a little bit loose. Where's my 9/16? We'll just snug it up a little bit. Now you see that's only a half a line off. So that's pretty. I'm pretty happy with that. So I marked, as far as I was concerned, that was a 0. And that was a 0. Then here's one I marked, and you can't really read my writing, but it's OF with an arrow that way. That one buried the bubble. There's another one that buried the bubble. This one here was plus. If you were to set it up there like this, that one was plus 1 line to that side. So that's close enough. I'm happy with that. But then what I did was I took this off, okay, took this out. I don't know if I can do this with one hand. Actually, I'm gonna have to set you down for a second, so you're gonna be looking at the wall. What I'm doing is I'm picking this rod up, and it's about, I don't know, I'm guessing 2 feet long. Believe me or not, that thing's heavy, so you're going to be looking at the wall for a minute. I'm sliding. Oh my goodness, this thing's too heavy for an old guy. Alright, now it's to where you can see it. All right, so now I'm sliding it in here, into here. And I'll snug this down. It doesn't have to be real tight. I mean, this thing's so heavy, it's going to settle down. So now when I put this on here, well, I can put the big one on here now. And this one has a bubble in the front so you can tell when you're top dead center. Okay, you see that? That's 1, 2, 3.5 lines favoring that way. So it's not level at this point. So I know that the height of this one here and the height of this one here are different. Now that's about 2 foot long. So it's got 1, 2, 3. 3, it might have moved to 4. I can't see too good. At least 3, let's say 4. So that's 20 thousandths. So in 2 foot, it's 40 thousandths off. You're getting a little wild now. You're starting to get into the wild land. So I took this off to kind of verify it. So this is the high side up here, I guess. This is the high side because the bubble's going that way. So I put this little goofy thing on there, and it went right on, right to where it has to do. Now you got a fine adjustment on this, so you can raise it up. Okay, and now it's down. It's hard to do it with the camera while I'm doing. When I come down here and put it here, see the gap there? Now if I measure that, I think you're going to probably measure somewhere between 30 and 40 thousandths off. So that means I got to either add a little bit to this one down here, or I got to machine a little bit of this one off. I don't know exactly how I'm going to get that in the mill to machine it, but we're still getting that way. So anyhow, I'm pretty happy with that. And like I said, 2 of these, okay, see this thing, this is the little one here. You might be able to see the bubble. Okay, it buried the bubble that way. You couldn't even see it. So 2 of these are in Never Never Land. So that's what we got to do. So now I decided I wanted to make one of these, and I'm gonna make a 3-foot section or 40-inch section of mock-up carriage. So I went to the steel yard today and I bought a piece of 4x6. This is 4x6 if you're, which is the same as what the carriage is down there. It's 4x6, but it's not angle iron like that. It's boxed, and I'm drilling holes in here so I can put those in every well, I'm running on centers 18.0. The 2, this is thousandths of an inch. That's 10 thousandths of an inch. So that's really pretty minor there. So if you see if I can do this, we'll drill a hole. Oh man, I'm already at 8 minutes, but I'm trying to explain to you guys kind of what I'm doing. Plus I'm trying to make a movie for, so if this is here and goes like this, okay, now what I want to do is, I don't know whether you can read those numbers or not. I want to zero this, and now I want to come back up. I want to be negative 180. Uh-oh. I have hit my wall. That's trouble with here. I'm gonna have to open my door to do some of the milling, but I still got to go to 180. Whoops, 140. Oops, a little bit over. That's close enough. Okay, then here. I can't see anything in this stupid little screen. I guess they make better screens. Now I got to drill a hole. So I'll show you me popping a hole in or two. It's not too bad. Put your centering thing in there. Turn your toy on. All right, now up here on mine, I have I don't know if you can, I don't know. Oh, I can see my hand. I got to go from low range to high range. So you just flip it over that way and kind of give it a little thing. So now I'm in high range. And there I can see movement. All right. One drop of this stuff is good enough. We got two, but it'll be all right. Now remind, I don't need any comments on what a rotten machinist I am, because I know I am. I'm not a machinist. I'm a hack. I'm drilling. This is just a better drill press than most people have. That's all. And I got this thing was just about a throwaway from a machine shop. I got it for dirt cheap. And you couldn't buy a drill press for that. And this thing, if some people know, once you're lined this way and this way, then you just got to go down that way and you don't have to do any measurements. So it's pretty nice for drilling. There's that. Some of them have brakes on them. I kind of wish this one had a brake on it, but I got this thing. I got tons of tooling over there and just tons of stuff for such a low price. They were, the only thing I had to do is switch it from single phase to 3-phase, and I did that with a frequency drive. Put a little bit of junk on it here to, I don't know what this stuff is, but it always seems to work. Now I got to switch it back down to low range. I guess you're coming on. That's it. Now if I can get another, I don't know if I can get out another 180, but what I'll do here is I'll do you one from this other side. I'm going to turn your, well, come around this way. I was hoping I was going to have a cameraman tonight, but they didn't show up for work. Here's my, of course, you're going to be a little bit of an angle. I don't know if I can get that. Kind of hard to do what you want to do sometimes. I want to zero it again and go minus 180. So if I zero there, reset, then go minus 180. Well, I can't show both things at the same time. I was going to show you the drill bit coming over. Whoops. 190, 156. Oh, man, I got right on there. So now I'm to my next point here. I'm to my next drill hole there. So I'm going to put you back over here. Try to. And we'll drill one more hole. I'll get you in closer. I know you got to see a close-up of a hole. Is drilling hole. Oh, I forgot to vacuum. I try to keep the mess up some. So now I got to take this chuck out. Put this one in. Do my. I got to switch to high range. Okay. I see where I'm at. There's enough oil there for that little bit already. That's good. Turn that off. Try to slow it down a little bit faster so you're not waiting all day. Put this one in. Put one drop of magic lube in it. That's all it really needs. That's going to be in the way there now. Now I gotta switch to low range, which just did that. I gotta take this out. Make the drill bit where it's happy at, because there's a few burrs on it. Put a little bit of juice on it. I'm in low range. Bring it around. Reset your handle. And that's how I get the holes. Now, what this does, what this is going to be, clean up my aisle 6. What that is I'll roll you back a little bit. You can see it. Is what these are is for this to go in here like this, and hopefully I can put these in all the way down the line, and then I can measure it. So this is going to be the back part of the mock-up carriage section that I make. Then I'm going to drill the holes for the set works too. So I'm going to take the set works off too, so I can make sure everything is about as lined as you can get. Now this piece of steel isn't very accurate. It's standard junk that you get from the steel yard. The one on the floor that I've showed you first, that thing is really close. I had a machinist square on that. This one here, when you put the machinist square on it, it's square, but it should be consistent from left to right. So when I start putting stuff on it and start getting measurements, it should be consistently off. Where this one down here, when I put the square on that one down there, I put the machinist square on that piece there, you couldn't see any light around it at all. This other one's pretty, it must have 30,000 slop in it, or 30,000 not inaccuracies in it, but it should be all right for what I'm doing. Anyhow, so I'm going to sit here and drill the holes all the way out to the end, and I'm going to have some problems here. I got to open my door because I run out of room. I just don't have enough room for everything I want, but this gave me the ability to get most of it. I'll have to move it left and right. Well, I can move this will go down to get but the last 10 inches. So I got to move it down a little bit more, and then I'm going to have to reposition this. But if I don't move this and move this, I can just slide that steel down, and it should be close enough on line that it isn't going to make any difference. So anyhow, that's what I'm doing. I'm making a 40-inch carriage, so I can set everything on there. I can set all those on there, and like I said, I found 2 of those that are so in Never Never Land that that would be what's throwing it off. And what I keep forgetting to tell you is this all goes back to a movie I did. If you guys are new to this channel, I did a movie video, whatever you want to call it, I don't know, a couple months ago, and my set works would not recede on the new sawmill. This is new sawmill stuff. And I'm trying to find all the inaccuracies that would be able to give it that. So this is just to find out how far off those bearing holders are, or whatever you want to call them, set shaft bearing holders are, just so I can get my set shaft to recede properly and make it feed forward properly. So it's just kind of following a train down a track that fell off the track, and you got to have to put, check each car as you put it back on the track. So that's what I'm doing. This doesn't really matter how straight the shaft is. I know how straight the shaft is, and I know it'll go down these things and slop around because there's enough slop. But the problem that I'm trying to find out is if the shaft is putting enough bind that it's creating headaches when you recede, because when you recede, you're receding at 3 times the rate, so it's 3 times harder to recede right off the bat than it is to pull forward. It's a 1-to-1 ratio when you pull forward, but it's a 3-to-1 when you're going back. So it's always automatically harder to go back. So that's what I'm doing. Anyhow, if you kind of like the update, give me a thumbs up. And if you're interested in seeing more of this kind of crazy stuff, I'm just kind of filling in right now while it's raining. But if you want to see more, just who knows what you want to call this stuff, just stuff, sawmill stuff, I guess. Hit the subscribe, and I guess you're going to get notifications. Some people do and some people don't. I know I'm subscribed to a lot of people, and I don't get rung up, but when 2 or 3 people are on there, so I don't know. And I try to leave everybody feedback or a comment back, or I read everybody's. Sometimes I leave. I don't know. I'm beginning to sound like the president, bumbling on. That's what happens when you get old, so you got to forgive him for that. Anyhow, I'm going to open the door, finish drilling about 3 more holes down the line. This is my center place, and there's no point in taking you guys along for that. So please hit the like button and subscribe button, and if you didn't like it, send it to somebody who don't like it. Don't comment on my crappy machining, please. Okay, I'm just a hack at this. You know, I just barely know how to turn this thing on, so give me a break there, guys. All right, over and out for now. I'm glad you came along. Sorry about the rain. As soon as it dries out, if it ever dries out here in mid-Maryland, we'll get you some more sawmill stuff or something going on. I have a few backed sawmill ones. Today is Wednesday. I keep meaning to put that on there. Wednesday the 18th. So I'm going to put this on tonight. All right, we'll see you guys. Over and out. Bye.